Good evening, viewers. You're watching 7 at 7, the only news bulletin where I curate the day's top 7 stories for our viewers. I'm Preeti Chaudhary, and these are the headlines. Full-blown politics over Jewar Airport. Akhilesh says BJP will sell Jewar Airport, calls it a jumla. This as Yogi and Rajnath hurl Jinnah jibe at SP chief. India Today first channel to track down and speak to former top cop Parambir Singh. He says he will join the probe and has faith in judiciary. Sources hint Parambir might be suspended.
I have brought all the facts and I expect justice.
What do you expect? What do you think about the cases registered against him?
Whatever I have to say, I'll say it in the court.
Big jolt to Congress. Rahul Gandhi fails to placate former Meghalaya Chief Minister Mukul Sangma as he, along with 11 other MLAs, dumped Congress to join Mamta's TMC. War of Sardars reignites. Sidhu asks Channi government to publicise drug menace and sacrilege case report. Threatens hunger strike if demand not met. Outrage over suicide of a 21-year-old law student in Kerala. Congress protests, demands action against Aluva police inspector who was named in the suicide note. Heavy rains lashed Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu. Several localities inundated. Roads waterlogged. Met Department issues red alert. India take honours on the first day of the Kanpur test against New Zealand. Debutant Shreyas Iyer and Ravindra Jadeja crunch 50s to take India to 258 for 4 at stumps.
But then talking about well-paced.
Top story, viewers. The Prime Minister today laid the foundation stone of Uttar Pradesh's Jewar International Airport. While addressing the mammoth crowds at the event, Prime Minister Modi said that the airport will benefit the people in Delhi NCR and Western UP. He also said the airport will be the country's largest centre for maintenance, repair and operations of aircraft. The Prime Minister added that the airport will lead UP's development by creating job opportunities in the region and will turn the state into a well-connected zone with global recognition. The Jewar Airport will be the 5th international airport in UP after completion. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Union Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and other leaders of the Saffron Party were also present during the ceremony.
नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के भूमि पूजन की बहुत बहुत बधाई। आज इस एयरपोर्ट के भूमि पूजन के साथ ही दाऊजी मेले के लिए प्रसिद्ध जेवर भी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मानचित्र पर अंकित हो गया है। इसका बहुत बड़ा लाभ दिल्ली एनसीआर और पश्चिमी यूपी के करोड़ों करोड़ों लोगों को होगा। नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी की दृष्टि से भी एक बेहतरीन मॉडल बनेगा। यहां आने जाने के लिए टैक्सी से लेकर मेट्रो और रेल तक हर तरह की कनेक्टिविटी होगी। एयरपोर्ट से निकलते ही आप सीधे यमुना एक्सप्रेसवे पर आ सकते हैं। नोएडा, ग्रेटर नोएडा एक्सप्रेसवे तक जा सकते हैं। यूपी, दिल्ली, हरियाणा कहीं भी जाना है तो थोड़ी सी देर में पेरिफेरल एक्सप्रेसवे पहुंच सकते हैं। और अब तो दिल्ली मुंबई एक्सप्रेसवे भी तैयार होने वाला है। उससे भी अनेकों शहरों तक पहुंचना आसान हो जाएगा। नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट उत्तरी भारत का लॉजिस्टिक गेटवे बनेगा। ये इस पूरे क्षेत्र को नेशनल गतिशक्ति मास्टर प्लान का एक सशक्त प्रतिबिंब बनाएगा।
All right, a second big story today. India Today has tracked down former Mumbai top cop Parambir Singh, and we've lined up for you a series of exclusive conversations with the ex-Mumbai police commissioner, who's in the heart of a sensational Hafta Gate scam. Here's more.
The second he touched down in Mumbai, India Today got him.
हमारे साथ हैं परमबीर सिंह, पूर्व मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर। सर, ये बताएंगे आप इन्वेस्टिगेशन ज्वाइन करने के लिए आए हैं?
हाँ, मैं इन्वेस्टिगेशन ज्वाइन करने आया हूँ सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश के हिसाब से।
और सर, ये जो केसेस रजिस्टर किए जा रहे हैं, उस पर आपका क्या कहना है सर?
नहीं, मुझे कुछ कहना नहीं है। जो मुझे कहना है कोर्ट में कह चुका हूँ, कोर्ट में ही कहूँगा।
Before appearing at the crime branch, we got him again.
I will definitely cooperate with the investigation as directed by the Honorable Supreme Court. I'll honor the orders of the Supreme Court.
You expect that you will get relief from the Supreme Court on the 6th of December?
I have brought all the facts and I expect justice.
What do you expect? What do you think about the cases registered against you?
Whatever I have to say, I'll say it in the court.
While other channels sit clueless and blustering, India Today got former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh on camera not once but twice. For over 200 days, this man on your screens was missing from Mumbai and untraceable. And India Today told you first that Parambir Singh would be landing in Mumbai from Chandigarh.
तो यहाँ पर देखिए, मुंबई पुलिस के पूर्व कमिश्नर कांदिवली क्राइम ब्रांच यूनिट 11 के ऑफिस में मौजूद है। आज तक पर सीधी एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं किस तरीके से वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। मई 4 से वो यहाँ पर नहीं थे और अब यहाँ पर वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं और अब यहाँ पर आ चुके हैं। एक यहाँ पर पुलिस हमें कह रही है कि बाहर जाइए, यहाँ पर वो है पूरे इन्वेस्टिगेशन को साथ देंगे।
Parambir has touched down in Mumbai days after the Supreme Court granted him protection from arrest. The former Mumbai Police Commissioner had even claimed in court a threat to his life. Parambir Singh's statement to the crime branch is the biggest focus in the Maharashtra Hafta Gate scandal after a damning conversation was released between Parambir and the Maharashtra Director General of Police.
Write a letter withdrawing allegations against Deshmukh. Say allegations against Deshmukh were a sudden outburst. Don't write about ending inquiry against you in the letter. First, send an unsigned hard copy of the letter for me to check. Then send a signed copy of the letter through proper channels. We will negotiate ending the investigation against you over a letter. I'm on your side, but we won't give letter until demands are met.
Meanwhile, the Mahavikas Aghadi has lashed out at Parambir, questioning why it took so long for him to cooperate with the agencies in their investigation.
ये बहुत ही अचरज की बात है। जो व्यक्ति इस स्टेट के पुलिस के प्रमुख रहे हैं, उनको अगर खतरा लगता है उनकी जान को, तो किसी से खतरा है, क्या खतरा है, वो बताएंगे तो देख सकते हैं।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में उन्होंने कहा है कि मुझे गिरफ्तार ना किया जाए, लेकिन कोई कितना भी बड़ा व्यक्ति हो, अगर गुनहगार होगा तो गिरफ्तारी होगी। अगर कोई कानूनी अड़चन है तो निश्चित रूप से सरकार उसे दूर करने का काम करेगी।
The biggest development yet in the Maharashtra Hafta Gate, with Parambir Singh now joining the investigation. What fresh trouble will it spell for former Home Minister of Maharashtra Anil Deshmukh? With Sahil Joshi and Divyesh Singh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, yet another jolt for the Congress party, this time in Meghalaya. Rahul Gandhi fails to placate former Meghalaya Chief Minister Mukul Sangma, even after a meeting with Meghalaya unit last month. In what is seen as a mass exodus in Meghalaya, 12 of the 17 Congress MLAs dumped Congress and joined the Trinamool Congress. In a huge setback for the grand old party, former Meghalaya Chief Minister Mukul Sangma is said to be one amongst those who have quit the Congress. Sources say Congress made a last-ditch effort to woo Mukul Sangma and other rebels late last night. but didn't succeed as the state-in-charge Manish Chatrat was unable to get in touch with the rebel MLAs. The fallout could likely be attributed to the souring relationships between the Congress Legislature Party leader Mukul Sangma and the Pradesh Congress Committee Chief Vincent H. Pala. Reports suggest that they had not been getting along well ever since the latter was appointed the new Meghalaya Unit Chief.
It's a outcome of a very long-drawn exercise, exhaustive, long-drawn exercise. We have looked at the responsibility that is vested upon us and our ability to really fully and optimally utilize these potentialities that we have in serving the people, serving the state, serving the nation. Now, if you are looking at the prevailing political situation in the state, in the northeastern region, and across the country, what do you see? Are you seeing an effective role being played by the opposition to be able to really make the BJP run for the money? Our BJP, NDA government for that matter, is NDA government going to be unseated by what we do? Are we really doing justice to the space that we occupy as opposition? Justice towards the people, towards the nation. Because even if we are in opposition, we have to fulfill our responsibility as opposition.
टीएमसी के साथ में आएगी आपके इस जो अगले ऑपोजिशन का सेशन है, विंटर सेशन है, उसके अंदर ममता बनर्जी यहीं पे है, दिल्ली में है
तो क्या है, दिल्ली सबका जगह है, कोई आ सकते। सदन में क्या होगी, हम बराबर सबके साथ चलने का कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके के रुख है कांग्रेस को तोड़ना और मोदी जी को खुशी करने के जिस तरीके की कवायद शुरू कर दिया है, इसमें अगले दिन क्या करेंगे, अगले तारीख उनको सोचने दीजिए।
Now, the suicide of a law student in Kerala has sent shockwaves across the nation. 21-year-old Mofia Parveen died by suicide in Aluva over alleged domestic violence and harassment for dowry by her husband and in-laws, who have now since been arrested. Mofia's husband, Sohail, and his parents have been named in a purported suicide note. The law student has also alleged that she was earlier summoned to the Aluva police station along with her father and harassed by the circle inspector there. Mofia's mother, along with UDF leaders, staged protest outside the Aluva police station, demanding action against the circle inspector. The Human Rights Commission has also ordered for a high-level probe into the 21-year-old death. Meanwhile, viewers, a full-blown halal food war is raging in Kerala. This after it was discovered that halal-certified jaggery was used in Sabrimala Prasad. It triggered a spit-free food campaign where lists of restaurants serving so-called clean food was circulated. The BJP demanded that halal food culture should be banned.
It started a few days ago in Kerala after it was discovered that halal certified jaggery was used in Sabrimala this season to make the temple's prasad. And since then, all hell has broken loose in Kerala's political battlefield. After a concerted social media storm that included viral claims that the Muslim clergy spits on halal food as a religious practice, things have simply snowballed into an all-out halal war in God's own country. Last week, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad moved the Kerala High Court, which has now sought a report on this halal jaggery claim. But on Kerala's streets, various community leaders have spoken out non-stop, goading on an uninterrupted social media campaign against Muslim-owned restaurants in the state. On Sunday, things intensified, with senior BJP state leaders declaring that halal was a social evil just like triple talaq.
ഹലാൽ സംസ്കാരം ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതിന് പിന്നിൽ കൃത്യമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു അജണ്ടയുണ്ട്. ആ അജണ്ട തിരിച്ചറിയാൻ മറ്റു പാർട്ടികൾക്ക് സാധിക്കുന്നില്ലെങ്കിലും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ അജണ്ട വളരെ വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുണ്ട്. ജനങ്ങളെ ഭിന്നിപ്പിക്കുന്ന, ജനങ്ങളെ തമ്മിലടിപ്പിക്കുന്ന, അതിവേഗം സിറിയയിലേക്ക് നടന്നെടുക്കാനുള്ള പ്ലാനാണ് നടക്കുന്നത്. അതിനെതിരായിട്ടുള്ള നിലപാടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ സ്വീകരിച്ചത്.
This video of a Muslim man spitting into cooked food resurfaced on social media earlier this month, weaponized in the war against halal to rekindle debates around alleged unhygienic practices followed by some Muslim groups. It instantly sparked a spit-free food campaign with Christian groups actively spreading lists of hotels owned by non-Muslims through social media. For instance, Soldiers of Cross, a prominent group on social media, has started sharing lists of hotels in various localities claiming to serve spit and mucus-free food. The lists are being widely circulated through WhatsApp, Facebook and other social media, further emphasizing the claimed spitting culture by certain Muslim groups and polarizing communities sharply. This has forced several Muslim groups to clarify that the spitting or blowing culture was restricted to very select groups and is not by any means a widespread practice.
हलाल को समझना चाहिए। हलाल के माने शुद्ध के होते हैं और शुद्ध कोई भी चीज़ हो तो उसके लिए किसी तरह से किसी को आपत्ति नहीं होती है। शुद्ध को भी अगर राजनीति से जोड़ लेंगे तो शायद ये मुझे लगता है कि इस पर सोचने और विचार करने की ज़रूरत है।
Dr. Suhaib Molavi, the Imam of the Palayam Mosque, released a statement saying that the Prophet has said one should never blow into food and denounced the practice captured in the viral videos. But given the vicious communal form the story has taken, the ruling CPM in Kerala had to step in.
What Sangha Parivar is trying to do in Kerala, divide people on the basis of different food habits, it is unacceptable, it is reprehensible. The people of Kerala are not going to accept this. And the LDF government in Kerala would do whatever is necessary to ensure that religious harmony is protected in the state of Kerala.
Meanwhile, Kerala's famous Paragon group of restaurants based in Kozhikode, who made it to the list of good restaurants, has ended up filing a complaint with the cyber cell when things actually turned against them. And they've since denounced the lists being circulated.
രണ്ട് മതവിഭാഗങ്ങളുടെ പ്രസ്താവനകളായിട്ട് സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ കൂടെ പ്രചരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതൊക്കെ ആസൂത്രിതമായിട്ട് ചില കുബുദ്ധികൾ പടച്ചുവിടുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. ആ വ്യാപാര മേഖലയിൽ ഒരു അസന്തുഷ്ടി സൃഷ്ടിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു കൂട്ടരുടെ ശ്രമം, അതിനെതിരെ ശക്തമായ നടപടി വേണമെന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ സർക്കാരിനോട് ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നത്.
The war over halal in God's own country continues to rage. After halal controversy in Kerala's spit-free food campaign, this time spread by Christian groups, are creating cracks in the harmonious coexistence. The Muslim-owned hotels, while yet to feel the economic or business-wise impact of the campaign, ends up receiving excessive queries about the food preparation in their hotels, while others receive queries including the religion of their cook, to say the least. With camera person Tiggu Rajashekaran, Rick Sunuman reporting for India Today.
Meanwhile, India took the honours on the first day of the Kanpur test against New Zealand, finishing with 258 for 4 at stumps. Debutant Shreyas Iyer was the star of the show. For the host, the Mumbai batsman crunched 7 fours and 2 maximums, ending the day unbeaten on 75. Iyer's 113-run unbroken stand with Ravindra Jadeja put India in pole position, with the southpaw too notching up yet another 50 before bad light halted play. Senior statesman Cheteshwar Pujara and captain Ajinkya Rahane got started but could not quite go on to get a big score, while Shubham Gill marked his return to India's playing 11 with a 50. Kyle Jamieson had his number for 52. Jamieson finished the day with 3 wickets, including that of opener Mayank Agarwal.
The tall man Jamieson. Rogers coming back in, but big inside edge.
All right, viewers, with that, I'm going to go into a quick break. To stay with me. On the other side is a fact check segment. Welcome back, viewers. Let's quickly get you a fact-check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms. Now, there's a claim floating about with a picture that Noida Airport would look like this upon completion. Let's get you a fact-check on that. Well, the picture that has been floating about is of Beijing's Taksim International Airport. Nothing to do with what the Jewar Airport or the Noida International Airport will look like. With that quick fact check, time for us to go into a quick break. To stay with me. On the other side is To The Point.